I am grateful to have been gifted some homemade limoncello. This is a liqueur that's very often homemade. I want to blind taste test this to see if it's worth it, because there's a lot of work that goes into this when you're making it at home. Now, I was told by who gifted me this it was fine if I blind taste test it, and I'm going to be brutally honest. Their limoncello is 30% alcohol as opposed to the two store-bought versions, which is 26% and 28%. I don't really know anything about these. I just picked up a expensive one and a cheap one. This cheap Caravella is $18 and the Lazzoroni is $35. So I'm hoping this is really good, because $35 for a liqueur is pretty steep. The gist of how this is made is you take something really high proof like Everclear and you soak in the peels without the pith. You soak that in for a couple weeks and then you just add sugar, water to proof it down to what you want. So it takes time, effort. It still costs. You still got to buy the lemons. My guess is the quality comes down to the quality of your lemons. Okay, I'm going to blind this, and because they might not be exactly the same color, I'm going to put them in black Glencairns to sip. Now I'll just use this lazy Susan to randomize it. These are just liqueurs, but still 30%. You could get trashed on that if you don't take it easy. It has a vodka smell to it with lemon, like a lemon head candy with a slightly unpleasant ethanol smell, but not bad. Yeah, it tastes like those lemon candies. I think they're called lemon heads, but it's not sour. It has the lemon flavor, but not the sourness of it. It's thick and it's sweet, but not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. And it has a vodka-ness to it. Next one. This one has the same similar ethanol scent, but the lemon is much lighter. Half as strong lemon scent as the first. This one, very similar. Maybe slightly less of that vodka flavor, but just as strong on the flavor. Maybe slightly less. Okay, now this last one. This one smells completely different. This one smells more like lemon juice than like what you think of lemon artificial candied lemon flavor. This one smells more natural. Barely getting any ethanol, but it almost has like a cleaner, the lemon cleaner smell. This one is much stronger. This one tastes like an alcoholic drink versus like a candy, but not in an ethanol-y way. There is a very slight bitterness to this one. It tastes fresher, but it tastes a little more harsh. These two are so similar, and this is not too far off. So I'm gonna have to guess that this one over here is the homemade one, but I don't know if I like it more or less than the other two. This one tastes more like a cocktail. I think this one would be easier to drink by itself. These other two taste more like just a liqueur that I would like to add to something. I think this one tastes smoother. Man, they're so close. All right, I'm gonna rate these based on just how I like them neat. I think these two here are slightly just too one-dimensional, too sweet for me to enjoy just drinking them plain. This one over here is a little more complex, and it makes me enjoy it a little more just drinking it, because it kind of almost tastes more like a cocktail, because it's got a little bitterness to it, but not like a bad bitterness. The smell is fresher, and these two are very similar, but I think this one just feels a little less harsh than this one here. 55, 59, and 62. It was a little more nuanced of a flavor, why I liked it more. But let's see how they do in a Limoncello Spritz. The Limoncello Spritz is pretty simple. I'm just going to be making them into glass in these snifters. It's 3 parts Prosecco, 2 parts Limoncello, and 1 part club soda. For the Prosecco, I'm going to be using La Marca. I have no clue about Proseccos. I just grabbed one that looked like it had good ratings online. Wine, anything wine, I have no clue about. Just a teenager has got the same knowledge as me. I don't like dealing with wines and Chardonnays and Proseccos because you can't just put the cap back on and stick them on the shelf. 3 ounces each. Probably shouldn't be dumping it in like that. Losing carbonation. What you gonna do? Now it's 2 ounces of each limoncello. I keep trying to say limoncello, but I looked it up and it's limoncello. Caravella. Lazzoroni. Was that an insulting accent? And last, the ounce of club soda. Round and round they go. I don't think you need to stir them, but I'm going to give it a quick stir to make sure it's incorporated. These are very different colors. I don't know which one is which because I can't tell the colors from the bottle. It's really refreshing. It's much stronger lemon than I thought it would be after cutting it down with twice as much water and Chardonnay. Chardonnay, it's not Chardonnay, it's Prosecco. I think it's the Prosecco that just makes it taste alcoholic, but without much burn or harshness. Even though I think this is actually less alcohol in here than the limoncellos. Yeah, this is only 11%. So this is cutting it down and the club soda is cutting it down more. This one's great. It's not sweet at all, so it makes it refreshing. Now for the lemon flavor, I don't know, it's not sweet. It's just slight, what you would think of like a lemon candy flavor. Definitely different than lemon juice. Next up, this one has less lemon. Definitely less lemon flavor. I think this one's the homemade one. It still slightly reminds me more of lemon juice than lemon, like candy, artificial lemon. It's still refreshing. Sweetness comes across even less here. There's a slight bitterness to it. Something like I think of like a tonic. Whatever the limoncello is in this one, it doesn't hold up as much to the Prosecco as this first one does. Now this last one, this one is much greener. I guess yellow. Kind of looks green. Again, this one's, yeah, much more lemon zest. I don't get any of the smell. It's almost slightly less refreshing for some reason. Try this first one. Yeah, I really like this first one. Yeah, I don't like whatever is in this middle one. Really tastes more ethanol-y. I think this is the expensive one, the Lazzoroni. I don't like it quite as much as the first one. I think there's just a little too much limoncello in it. Okay, my ratings are 65, 80, and 82. So worst, the 65 is the homemade. It didn't quite work in there. It was better neat than it is in this cocktail. Maybe there was too much going on. It wasn't quite as refreshing. Second place, oh, I was wrong. The cheaper one, Caravella, which leaves the best one, Lazzoroni. Now this one is almost twice as expensive as the Caravella. If I were to choose based on the price, I would go with the cheaper limoncello. So conclusions, I think it was worth it if you're drinking it neat. I really liked it by itself. It was like more complex of a flavor and it was better by itself. Mixed in the spritz, it was just too much, kind of muddying itself in the flavors. So I have no reason to believe that they didn't do a good job making this homemade. They probably did. And I don't know how much money they saved, if they saved any, so I can't say if it's worth it or not. But I know this one is pretty cheap and it drinks pretty good, neat and in the spritz. I don't know if it's worth it spending the big $38 for a liqueur. I'm sure if I drank your homemade limoncello, it would be the best thing in the world because you're amazing and everything you do is great. I'll see you next time.